So we had some really stunningly breaking news earlier. The Office for National Statistics, try not to yawn, says that GDP grew by 0.3% in November, which I'm guessing means good things. And we always cross now to a man who, well, let me put it, he's an economist, a Telegraph columnist, and author of When the Facts Change. But let's be honest, where he broadcasts from looks like a down-market brothel in Amsterdam. Liam Halligan, a very good morning. How are you, sir?
Good to see you, Jeremy. Thanks for that scintillating intro.
I'm just glad you're in your chair, son. That's the most important thing that you're here today.
Got the orange juice.
Good man, well done. Thank you so much. What I love about having you on, Liam, is the ability to explain. Because let's be frank, right? We can throw out all this stuff, but to the average working man and woman in, alarm clock Britain, what does it mean that the GDP grew by 0.3% in November, or in real terms for the men and women listening?
That's a month-on-month increase. It shows that the economy in November was a little bit more buoyant than we expected, a little bit more activity than we expected across the UK. But during the 3 months to November, I'm afraid the economy only grew by 0.1% compared to the same 3 months the previous year. These are not good growth numbers at all. The economy is sluggish. The economy is weighed down by a lot of tax. We are seeing a labour market that isn't picking up at all. Unemployment has gone up from 4.1% to 5.1% under this government since July 2024. And, we can feel it, can't we? On the high street, there isn't that much activity. We're hearing a lot about, the service sector, pubs and clubs having to pay higher business rates. There's too much tax in the economy, it seems to me. And so the economy is sluggish. These are not good growth numbers. And I think everybody can feel that the economy is still very much in second gear.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because you touched upon the pubs. There was much said that, the government has faced a massive backlash, hasn't they, since she sort of cancelled business rate relief, certainly during the hospitality sector. And we were talking about pubs yesterday, and you can get into the wider ramifications of what the Labour think about pubs. But in terms of the business thing, just for you, what I cannot understand, unless it's complete incompetence, if a party comes to power saying they're going to commit to growth, if you then stifle massively what I think is the bedrock of growth, which is the small business, that grows and employs people and finds a marketplace, a product or whatever, and the money, filters back into the economy. But actually I will get political, because for me, if you try and stymie business as they have done, that says they're anti-aspiration, and that's no way to create growth in a society, is it?
No, we do have a very big, what we call SME sector in the UK, small and medium-sized enterprises. Those small and medium-sized enterprises, less than 150 people working in a company, they're 2/3 of our jobs are in those companies. Over half of total GDP, over half of total business activity is in those companies. Those companies are really important local employers, particularly in towns across the UK as opposed to bigger cities. And I'll get political too, because there's an ideological thing going on here. When Labour are faced with a weak public finances, because they're spending too much money on welfare benefits and high pay rises for their mates in the public sector trade unions, then they respond to that higher taxation, not by thinking, we've got to grow the economy more so it generates more revenue. They'll respond to that higher spending by pushing up tax even more, because they, for them, the big state is like an end in itself.
Yeah.
And that's what we're feeling. Shoppers' household budgets are stretched because taxation is too high. Businesses are stretched because taxation is too high. And Labour are only going to respond to weak public finances by putting up tax even more, which will make the public finances even weaker. And this is the problem that we've got. We actually need lower taxes, it seems to me. We need less regulation to get the economy moving. Just a couple of more headlines on these growth numbers. 0.1% growth during the 3 months to November overall. Construction, Jeremy, actually fell 1.1% during the 3 months to November compared to the previous year. Talk to builders. There's not a lot of work about, as there should be. And if the building sector isn't doing well, then that bodes badly for the rest of the economy.
I'm going to have to jump in. Liam, as ever, a pleasure. The orange juice, the neon sign, we love you, appreciate it very much. Economist and Telegraph columnist Liam Halligan, they're responding to the news that the Office for National Statistics, try not to yawn, Jez, says that GDP has grown by 0.3% in November. He's saying in real terms prices are still rising, energy costs are going through the roof, the high street seems to be dead on its backside, people aren't building, and it isn't what it is. 7:30.